But the reality is that in too many cases, we're hot reactors. We shoot from the hip. We respond. Knee-jerk. All right? And because we're complex human beings, we can be cool responders and hot reactors in the same set of circumstances depending on who we're dealing with. Case in point. Suppose that my wife Missy comes to me one day and she says, Jim, do you know that in only about an hour and a half, Linda and Audrey are going to be here for our annual, or for our weekly craft get-together, and we're doing some counted cross-stitch today, and it's going to be very busy in here, and I want the place looking nice, and our lawn hasn't been cut yet. Well, I'm going to react as I'm a cool responder. I'm going to minimize her concerns. I'm going to let her know that I got this under control. I'm going to say, Missy, sweetheart, pumpkin, my little turkey casserole. We talk to each other that way. I'll say, you know, our son Michael has, I'm sorry?
Should you call her a turkey casserole?
It's a term of endearment. We've been, you know, it goes back a long way. It goes, you know, well, I'll explain to you something. That's right. You had to be there. Okay.
Okay.
Our son Michael is very busy with his studies. He has a big biology exam coming up, and I know he's down in his room right now cramming for everything. Let me just trundle on down there and see if he's got plans to get that lawn cut anytime soon. Okay, Terence? And so I go down the hall. See, I've minimized her concerns. I've responded this way. Now I go down the hall, and I knock on Michael's door. And he says, come in, and I open the door, and here's Michael on his PlayStation 3. Now, I shift instantly into win mode, and I become a hot reactor, and I say, Michael, lawn, now! If you have teenage children, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The point is that situationally, we change from being cool responders to being hot reactors. Now let's bring that into the context of the organization. When we add in the element of the chain of command, what we find typically is that people tend to be cool responders and take the minimize approach when they're going up the chain of command. They tend to minimize their own concerns and sometimes even lower their own status as they go up the chain of command. But the opposite is true when they're going down the chain of command. Then they tend to take a win approach. They tend to minimize the other person's concerns and perhaps lower the other person's status as they go down the chain of command. Let's illustrate that. Suppose that Rob is my subordinate. I'm his boss, and he's been working for me for a while, and he has a very important, critical issue that he needs to bring to my attention. But because he's going up the chain of command, he will likely minimize his own concerns and perhaps even lower his own status as he brings this to my attention. So his request for a meeting to talk to me about this, because he's going up the chain of command, will likely look and sound something like this. Come in.
Mr. Deacon,
yeah.
Sorry, there's a water pipe burst up in 5 West, and there's water everywhere. And oh, you're in a meeting.
Yeah, I am.
I'm sorry. It's a mess up there, and people are slipping. And yeah, you know what? I can come back about this. You're busy. It's just I'll take care of it myself. I'll get a mop. I'm so sorry to bother you.
Yeah, it's okay. So because he's going up the chain of command, he tends to minimize his concerns. He tends even to lower his own status. But if the situation were reversed, it might be a completely different story. If he were going down the chain of command, if he were my boss, and he wanted to bring this same issue to my attention, he might take a completely different approach. His request to talk to me about this issue might look and sound like this. Come in.
Oh! Fluffy! What's wrong with you? Being Fluffy, did you not see all the water going on upstairs?
What water?
There's a lot of water, okay? Pipe burst, okay? I don't want to, you don't talk right now, okay? It's important. I'm hungry, I'm going to lunch. You and your people get your swimmies on, your little board shorts, and fix it, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't speak, just fix the water.
So because he's going down the chain of command, takes a completely different approach. Maximizing his concerns, minimizing my concerns, and even lowering my status. Okay? That's the situation that we find. Now, our objective today is to begin working to achieve equal high status with each other, and then working together to raise the status of the entire organization. Now, status is a word that you're going to hear us use quite a bit today. And in order to understand the concept of status relationships and the way status assignments work and how they influence our interactions with each other, we're going to play our very first game of the day. It's a game that we call the Status Cafe. And I'm going to ask Rob to step up here and guide us through playing this particular game.
Thank you, Fluffy. Appreciate that.
He will pay for that.
So, the assignment of status comes in every different relationship that we deal with in our lives. So whether it be with coworkers, whether it be with family members, or even just perfect strangers. And a great way to show an example of that is with a restaurant, when you go out to, to eat. And we've all been out to fast food restaurants. We've all been out to, nice restaurants. Now, James, the difference between a fast food restaurant and a nice restaurant, you're going to assign a higher status level to a nice restaurant, right? Than you would a McDonald's or drive-thru or anything like that. It's just perfect sense. You expect different things from different places. Now, let's say you go out to a nice restaurant, okay? Any of us. Front door, the maitre d' greets you. Bonjour, welcome to Chez. My name is Jean-Pierre. Welcome, come right this way. Sit you at your table. That's how they usually speak when you're maitre d'. It's a rule, okay? Sit you down, get you your water, your menu. Says your waiter, Pierre will be right with you. Okay, fine, normal, right? So far, so good. Got you the water, sat you down, was polite. We're gonna assign Jean-Pierre and the restaurant high status, right? So what could go wrong after that to make them lower your to make you lower their status? What could they do wrong? What could they mess up? Delaying what? Yeah, they make you wait before you can get your order out, right? Sure. What else? Mess up they make you wait, and then once it comes, it's the wrong order, right? Sure. That's happened before. What else? I know we've all dealt with it. They're rude. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you expect hospitality. That's the hospitality industry, right? They're rude. Has that happened to you before, Michelle? Yeah, okay. But now, so you know what the wrong things are. You know what you don't want when you go out to eat, right? But so I'm sure you know what the right things are, what you expect when you go out to eat, right? To give someone good service, right? Yeah, exactly. And that's why Michelle's perfect for our first game. Michelle, come on up.
Nice.
So, oh man, but I will take care of her. Make her look good, all right? Michelle, how long have you been with the VA?
2 years.
2 years, excellent, okay. So let's say 2 years ago, way back when you were at a crossroads in your life, in your career. You weren't sure if you wanted to go into the medical industry or if you wanted to stay working at your restaurant job. And you may not remember, but you worked at a restaurant 2 years ago, okay? Now, let's say you said, you know what, this is the life for me. I know what it takes, I want to do this. So you started off as a host. You became a waiter, all right? Learned that. Then you went behind the bar, got your drink on a little bit, Michelle, okay? Had some fun, looking bottles, like cocktails, right? Went back to the house, learned how to prepare food. You were a cook for a while. You were a manager, took care of all that. You ran every part of that restaurant. Right? You decided, I can't go any further within this restaurant. I need to open my own place. And that's what you did. You opened Michelle's Cafe. Beautiful place, all yours. It's only one table so far, okay? But it's your table. You own this table. Right? Very important. So walk us through Michelle's Cafe. What does it look like when you walk in the door?
It's crafty, it's got
Okay.
a lot of wood,
Right.
baskets, plants,
Love it.
the old antiques.
Excellent. What kind of music's played?